Okay, what's going on here? Okay, it's there. Here. What the hell? Oh. Can you please get down? Down. Good afternoon. Hold on. My phone is completely, totally. Boo. Get down. Now. Now you're making me be mean. No. Get down. Hmm. Hello, Miss Snow Lion. I posted it in Discord and tagged everyone. It is raining. You cannot be over there, sir. Can you be over there? No, you cannot. Hi, Jamie. Yes, they're being asses today. It's raining out, so we all have to be stuck in the shed, and they all want to be all up in here. And yeah, trying to share this out to different places. And hi, Fluff. Why don't you just jump in the way too, dude? Don't you meow me. Hope the storms aren't too bad. Animal Farm, Tammy. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Get down then. If you can't listen, then get down. Move it. No, don't meow, meow, meow me. We are stuck in the shed. Am I cutting my head off here? Yeah, you're getting storms down there too, Animal Farm. I'm sorry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good storm. I'm cutting my head off here. Let me do that. So, can you see my shirt? That is our logo on the shirt. Hi, Ruth. And my phone number on the bottom of the shirt. It's pouring here this morning. Looks like it might start again, though. Yes, I am Snow Lion. I'm working on getting one. Okay. So, Now I've got to turn on TikTok and get TikTok up on the other phone because we're trying to build both communities and bring you guys together. How's everyone doing? You should see the back. The back has this picture blown up like really big, and then it's got in big orange letters Sasquatch right across the back of my shirt. I'll get I'll get you a video or something here in a minute. Okay. I hope these cats don't create too big of a thing here. Oh crap! I forgot. Flip the camera. There we go. Wow, that's awfully close. Welcome in. Welcome in. Jamie says I'm doing okay. Okay, Chris, how are you? I am great, thank you. I really am. Do-do-do-do-do. Let me see who I can get over here. Um, yeah, we'll start with that. So, how are you all doing? Hi, Nikki. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the likes. Turn around. All right. They want me to turn around. Hi, Fallen Angel. Welcome in. Well, I'll attempt here. I don't have much room. Nope, that's not on far enough. So I'll call you back. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you for the heart, me, Jamie. Beep beep. Animal Farm says, "Yeah, I don't have enough room to do that right now. I promise I will get you a picture here soon of the back." So, did I miss something here? Thank you for the heart, me, Nikki. I missed that. I'm sorry. So, um, let me throw this out. We started doing our fundraiser. So, um, we are selling flags. We have, oh my gosh, everybody's calling me right now. My apologies. Um, so we are selling the American flag, the Gadsden flag, and we're selling the POW flag. They are $10 plus shipping. Okay, so the flags are $10 plus shipping, and we also have um, koozies, the things that you put around the can to keep it cool or warm. So yeah, you have them. Those are $2 a piece. You are soaking wet, dude. Really, you're gonna do that to me today? Yeah, Nikki's son broke his foot yesterday at school, so we'll add him to our prayer list. Dave, how are you, my friend? You are not going up there. You are soaked. You can lay right here. No, you don't have to go anywhere, baby. This is Oreo. Oreo's the kitty. So I think Oreo's not feeling well. I think he might have a pneumonia. We're working on that. Victor Moore, welcome in. Tammy, hello again. So, hey, Chaos, how are you? All right, so here's what I want to talk about today. Um, I was in conversations with veterans all day today. Um, it started in a room where we ended up having a huge conversation. Lots of emotions were shared. Um, it was a really good experience. Um, and I'm thankful that I was a part of it. And then I ended up talking to some other veterans on the phone for a while. And again, really good experience. Um, got some stuff out there, worked on some things. And so I enjoy doing that. Okay. That is me in my element. But here's the point that I'm going to get into. We need to build the community that we want, right? And that means that we have to take it slow. Nikki made it to level 4, so we're gonna put Nikki sticker up there. Oh, he'd love for you to kidnap him, Snow Lion. Yep, he would love that. Southern, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for being here. So, I want to focus on us bringing in good people, bringing in the type of people that we would want surrounding us all the time. You know, people who aren't going to give us a bunch of BS. Thank you for the Go Populars, Southern. I appreciate you, bud. Um, you know, people who aren't going to try and finesse us and tell us what we want to hear. We want people in our group that are going to tell us what we have to hear. Fred, do you want a link, bud? I don't know how I do it, but I'll figure something out, I'm sure. Um, but I want us to can't stay. Just wanted to say, okay, bud. All right. So I want us to work on. Well, you guys don't have to work on anything. All right. You guys are here because you want to be here. I'm working on bringing people into our group that are going to hopefully make our group better. And that includes all of you that are here. I have met so many great people, and I am so grateful to all of them. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. How are you? What's this? It's saying I put a flash goal up already? I didn't know that. Thank you. Let's set a new goal. Oh, no, not that one. I'm not asking you guys to spend that much money. That'll work. Okay. Sorry about that. Um, so is someone purring? No, he's not purring. I think Bethy Boy, welcome him. He, I think, has pneumonia. That's him wheezing. So I've got to contact somebody anytime, Fred. Anytime, buddy. You know that. If you call me right now, we're gonna shut this down, and I'll listen again. Um, so here's the thing: if you know me at all, you know that I am here because of my vets, and I will go through hell for each and every one of the veterans that I know. I've become very close with them, and we are trying to build relationships here that are going to grow and continue to get better, right? We want to, first off, make sure that our veterans know that even if they're not ready to open up, okay, we do not push. We talk to them, we let them know, hey, we love you and we're here if you want to talk. If you don't want to talk, then we get it, right? But just know that somebody's there that cares, okay? We are losing too many veterans in this country, and there is no reason we should lose a single one of them. Not one. We live in a country that asks them to go and sacrifice so much of their lives, and then when they come home, they get treated like crap, a lot of them. And that has me very angry. Um, so that's what we're doing here. We are building a tight knit community that cares, first of all, about all of us. We all are important here. Secondly, we are building a community around our veterans and making sure that our veterans feel loved and make sure that they feel like, make sure they know that they are not alone. Okay. Um, if anyone has any questions for me, please feel free to ask. My name is Chris. They call me Sasquatch, hence chatting with Sasquatch. Congratulations, you found me. Apparently, I'm the hide and seek champion. That's what I'm told. So, but more importantly, is that hey Joe, welcome in, my friend. How are you? But more importantly, is I run a nonprofit called Bridging Pathways for a Better Life. It is a veterans nonprofit, and we are working on growing. And our vision is to have volunteers all across the country in the communities that where our veterans are and where our veterans need us. Okay. So if a veteran calls me from New York and says, hey, I need help with this, I have somebody up there that I can call and say, hey, I need this, this, and this, and I need it by tomorrow. And I want somebody in that community that has reached out to those resources and can get a hold of them and get the extra time, the outside, outside of the hours, so that our veterans can be taken care of without having to go through all the red tape. Okay. That is what we're working on here. And we would love to have all of you join us in that quest. Um, we have. Hey Jay, how are you, my friend? So let me explain here. Um, I'm running two different platforms here. The one platform has actually four platforms on it that I cannot say over here because they get mad and I'll get in trouble. Eventually, I will tie both of these together, but I have to have T separate from YT and all the rest of the platform for now. So if you think I'm crazy and I have like split personality disorder, you might be right, but for now, I actually have an excuse. You know what I mean? So, um, oh, tomorrow night, we have our fireside chat tomorrow night, and I'm excited because tomorrow night we have a giveaway. I have Jay. I have Jay asked if I heard from Elmo. If anyone's heard from Elmo, yeah. I'll message him again after the show and check on him though, Jay and Jamie. I know Jamie asked about that too. Um, but tomorrow night we have our fireside chat, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You guys come in, you watch the fire and watch the sunset. And while we're doing that, I act like an idiot and I try to make you laugh and hopefully help you relax a little bit. That's what it's about. But tomorrow night, anyone who comments on any of the platforms is entered into a giveaway for a poster from the VFW Veterans of America, I think it's called. They did a march in 2002 for remembrance of the Vietnam veterans. And so anyone who comments tomorrow night at the fireside chat is entered into that giveaway. And we will do a drawing probably Saturday morning. We'll wait. That way I make sure I can go through all the platforms, make sure I double check all my names. And then whoever gets their name pulled will get the poster. I will ship that to you. So that's what we're doing tomorrow night. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're just trying to make the world a better place, right? Um, I was talking to a Marine sniper, retired Marine sniper this afternoon, and I told him about a comment that was made about me earlier today. It was said, someone said that I was amazing for what I'm doing. I appreciate the compliment, I really do. But let's see the poster. I don't know that it'll fit in the screen there, Jay, but there's the bottom of it. Let me see if I can get the top in it too. And it says Vietnam Veterans of America. So Let me make sure the people on TikTok can see it here. Sorry, y'all. I don't have a lot of room in here, so we're like right up against the back wall. So there's the poster. Fluffy, you little. I've got to behave. I got to behave. I got to behave. Fluffy is completely and totally wet, and he just jumped on me. Thank you so much for the rose, Nikki. Appreciate you. I want to make sure I put this somewhere where it's safe. Okay. Well, okay. You're usually in the chat, so if you come in and make a comment, you're entered into it, bud. Um, so that's one thing that we do is we try to do cool things like giving away stuff. That was a donation to us to specifically do that. Um, and we are so very grateful to those people. But back to what I was saying, somebody said to me earlier today that I am amazing for what I do. While I appreciate the compliment, I shouldn't be considered amazing for what I do because all I'm doing is what any good person should be doing, in my opinion. Okay? I wish more people were stepping up and doing things like what I'm doing so that I blended in with just everyone else. Because can you imagine how much better this world would be if that was the case? Wendeezy, welcome in. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Jay says I'll be sticking around like a biscuit. Taylor, welcome in. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So, um, hi, Thomas. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thomas, I need to message you later. All right, bud, I'm going to send you a text. Thank you for the heartbeat, Taylor. Um, so let's talk a little bit about what the foundation is. That was a big lightning strike. We, sorry. So again, the name of the foundation is Bridging Pathways for a Better Life. We are a nonprofit 501c3, and we want to make our veterans' lives better. Okay, and the way that we make their lives better is one, be there. Let them know that people care. Let them know that if and when they are ready to talk, that there is somebody there willing to listen. Okay. Thank you for the roses, Taylor. Thank you so much. Um, just by doing that little bit right there, you never know when you could change their entire outlook. You never know when you might take somebody who is completely at rock bottom and thinking about doing the unthinkable, and your act of kindness might be that spark, that light in the darkness that pulls them back from that ledge. Oh, Thomas is listening, helping Karen make plum jam. All right, we're all going to Thomas's house. Tell Karen we said hi, John Thomas. Jamie sent lightning bolts. You heard that, huh? Paul's welcome in. How are you? Um, I'm seeing so many people. Thank you so much for the heart, me, Paul's. I'm seeing so many people come in that I go and hang out with, and I'm so grateful to them and thankful. Um, so first off, let's address the nonprofit problem. Okay, a lot of nonprofits make a big profit. Okay, and I have an issue with that. I have a very big issue with that. Nonprofits are to help people, not enrich yourselves. That is why everyone who works with our nonprofit it's all volunteer. None of us get paid. Okay. So that's one thing that sets us apart. Welcome in, Donald. Thank you for being here. Um, so more of the money gets to the people who need it. Um, we are not a big nonprofit yet. We're working on growing. We need to find some good sponsors. I'm working on that, but it takes time and patience, and we just need to take our time. Thank you so much for the populars. Hope you and Mr. Pauls are doing well. So, what we're trying to change culture, right? We're trying to shame the big corporate versions of nonprofits because less than 10 cents out of every um, dinero, because I can't say a certain other word over here, gets to where it belongs. That is just disgusting to me. Welcome in, Heather. How are you? So we need to bring awareness. Bruce said it's awareness and community you are creating, though, that others are not willing to do. I understand that, Ruth. And you know what? I'll do it. I have the time to do it. I have the ambition to do it. And I have the reason to do it. You guys, you're, you are my reason for doing what I do. Um, so, again, it's about building a good, tight knit community. Jamie says, if I get one, you're moving in. Oh, Jay gets. Okay, I got it. I missed something in the conversation over there. But so again, it's about bringing awareness to the problems that our veterans go through. Whether it be getting the rate for their disabilities that they have, whether it be having issues with the VA, whether it be just having the mental anguish that most of them go through that they will never tell us about. The biggest scars that most of our veterans have are the ones that we cannot see. Okay. That's what we need to understand. That's what we need to get everyone to understand. Because so many people look at our veterans and they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Well, no, not that you see, but it's what you don't see that's the problem. Okay. So we need, Jamie says, I'm crazy in the head. I'm going to behave. Hi, Beth. Welcome in. How are you? So, um, that's what I'm doing, right? Still working, skating through. Well, thank you for coming through. Thank you for the heart, me, Beth. Be safe and have a great rest of your day. But Jamie's in Rumble. Jamie's Oh, I said the other one. Oops, my bad. But again, I've been networking and going through and making friends and you know doing all kinds of stuff. And each person that I meet, each person that I can talk to and I can get my message to is one person that now knows what the problems are and has the opportunity to step up and do the same thing that I'm doing, right? Rumble, rumble. Okay, so now eventually, um, I will be able to get TT together with the rest of the platforms, and you'll see each other in the chat. That's what we're working towards. And once that's done, it'll make it so much better of an experience because you'll be able to actually read the comments, and I won't have to read them to you, and I won't miss comments, and you won't miss all the fun. So there's fun in both platforms, and I appreciate all of you. So, but again, um, there is no reason at all that any of our veterans should be self-deleting. None. There's no reason that they should fall through the cracks and not get the help that they need. Okay, that is what we're working towards here. Welcome in, Rockin' Country. Um, Hopefully, that's something that all of you are wanting to be a part of as well, because we would love to have you along for this journey. And that's exactly what it is. It is a journey. I have been very um, lucky to have met other prophets that work for the same cause that we do. Um, Veteran Nation is one. Um, Steel Hope is one. There's other groups out there, and we're talking about working together because together we can get more done. We can reach more people, right? Bruce says she'll take the pool house. Okay. I've heard of a yard sale, but not a pool house sale. Jay says we can make a small community as long as you guys help with the grass and garden. Hey, I told you guys you're welcome up here anytime. When TSHF, if you know what that means, you should know what that means. But when the crap hits the fan, um, yeah, you're all welcome to come up here and we'll work through it. But again, we are just trying to be that light in the darkness for people who don't have the support system that they need, or they've fallen through the cracks and they just need somebody to listen. Um, that's what we are here for. Does anybody have any questions for me? Bruce says, I'll help more with the housekeeping. My husband will do the gardening. I'm doing great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Elizabeth, welcome in. How are you? Um, so we also have a Discord. Welcome in, Danielle. How are you? So, what we'll do here, we on our Discord, we have a place where you can come Thank you for the heart me, Danielle. Thank you so much. Mia Smith, welcome in. Um, so sorry. Danielle just hit level 8 in the fan club, so thank you, Danielle, so much for that. So here's the thing: on the Discord, we can do a lot of different things. All right, we can play movies, we play cartoons, documentaries. We have a movie room that you guys can watch stuff in. We have a voice and video chat room in there that you can watch. You can hang out with and talk. You can see each other and get to know each other better. We post all kinds of articles, survival stuff. We post survival equipment that's on sale that you can get for cheap at the time. We do. Um, we have a marketplace on there. If you have goods that you want to sell, you can do that on there. Our veterans have their very own chat room in there so that they can talk, have a good time, and us civilians aren't in there asking all kinds of stupid questions, right? We have um, a don't come in here if you're easily offended room where you can post all kinds of crazy stuff um, as long as it's within reason. You know, nothing illegal and no nudity. Those are the rules for that. But, but most of all, it gives us a place to just hang out and talk, right? It gives me a place to keep in contact with everybody easily and quickly. I can go in there, I can type it at everyone, and it will send out a message to everyone on the server if I have a question, it will go to everyone. If I'm making a statement, I'm telling, like right before we started the show, I posted a link to the show on YT, and I said we're live, so that it went out to everyone. So, but yeah, I mean, Discord is a great thing, and here's the better thing: we don't charge you for any of it. Okay, it's all free because we believe that everyone should be involved in this. We want everybody involved. She says we can all do the fishing. I'm not a big fisher person. I'll get you crayfish. I don't know that number. Sorry, y'all. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. All day, nobody calls me. I get on here trying to do this and talk to you all, and all of a sudden, everybody wants to call. Hopefully, that wasn't an important call, but if so, they'll leave a message, right? But um, what we're doing here is just trying to make people's lives better. The way we do that is by working together to make things happen. So, as an organization, we've done a couple different things here so far. We've helped some. No, I can't do that yet. I'm being invited to co-host, and I can't right now. Um, but I lost my train of thought. Anyone? What were we talking about? My brain just went. See ya. Helping. Yes, helping. Okay. So any of us can help, right? Any one of us can man a phone and take phone calls and take notes to pass on. Any of us can. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I got what I was talking about again. I was telling you about what we accomplished as an organization. So, what we've been doing is we work with a group called Tenfold here in Lancaster. They have a veteran shelter where veterans can stay there, and they needed bedding. They needed new pots and pans because theirs were messed up. They needed, and they still need lockers. I'm still working on getting them some lockers. Um, and we came through and got them a lot of the stuff that they need. We had another veteran that moved into an apartment that didn't have anything. We went and bought him new pots and pans. We got him new dishes, new silverware, a new knife set, and a pot holder set. Um, we figured at least he'll be able to cook and eat, right? You know, we've helped members in our community online that needed it by sending them money or by ordering stuff and having it sent to them. So that's an option we do. Um, Dave said, I hate fishing, but I'll watch. Dave said, I hate fishing, but I'll watch while I play with the dogs. Okay. I like catching better than fishing. Thomas says, I was shocked the VA was reaching out today for people that are in the area of the church area. Yeah, okay. That's interesting, Thomas. So, Thomas lives in Minnesota, close to where that episode happened the other day. So that's what he's talking about, and that is definitely interesting that they are reaching out. Faith, thank you so much for the heart me. Welcome in. How are you? Um, so yeah, that's what we do. Okay, we care about each other. This isn't about me. That's first and foremost. That's what you need to know. I am not the important thing here. I am just the facilitator that helps make things happen. The important people are you guys and gals out there that are helping to make this happen. Okay? Please remember that. All of you that put the time in, that come in here and hang out, that make donations, that keep me sane when I'm losing my freaking mind, right? You guys are the important ones because without yous, yes, you can make fun of how I talk. Yous, I said it, but without you guys and gals, none of this gets done. Faith made it to level 7. We got to celebrate that now. Thank you, Faith. If it'll go. There it goes. Okay. So, Faith is almost done work. All right. Cool. Glad to hear that. But again, you all are the heart and soul of this, right? All I do is come up with some ideas, make some phone calls, play online all day mostly. That's my whole day. Play online. I'm either on TikTok. I'm either on Discord. talking with everybody and trying to have a good time while promoting to bring me in. Um, um, I don't know how that would work. Um, yeah, but again, you all are the ones that make all of this happen. Without yous, yes, I said yous again. It's Pennsylvania speak. Just be glad I'm not talking Pennsylvania Dutch to you. No, really, Jay? Oh, come on. This another veteran who has a problem with his ear, and it's been almost a week, and they still have the VA still has not gotten back to him. This is really starting to piss me off at this point. Why can they not do a simple thing? Why can't they just do something simple like get back to you? That's it's a freaking phone call for God's sake. I really wish that I was able to make phone calls for you guys and deal with this because somebody would be getting an earful and you guys would be getting what you need. I can promise you that. Jamie says it would be amazing if you could. I believe if you put me on your HIPAA sheet and tell them that they can talk to me, I can do it. But I do it for Cindy. They would put they can't put you on a disruptive behavior flag because of me, and they can put a disruptive behavior flag on me. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, wrong word. My bad. Oh, if you said anything, I know. I know. They hold you to a whole different standard than what they hold their doctors to. Their doctors can act like assholes and dick you around, but when you get upset because of it and actually, try to raise your voice just a little bit to get some attention, then they want to act like you're the bad person. I've seen it a lot. Thomas said there's too many differences between VAs. That's what I've been saying, bud. Why is there not a single standard all across the country that all VAs are held to? That just floors me that that's not the case. You know, all these bureaucrats that get in here and change everything and do this and do that, that doesn't help you guys. And you know what's going to happen when I get off here? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to go and I am going to write an email to my state representative, and I'm going to write an email to my House representative from the Congress, and I am going to rip them a new one. Yep, I'm going to get in trouble. Yay! But it'll be worth it. I don't care. Let them get mad at me. But they need to hear the truth about what's going on out here, and they're not getting it. So I'll make sure they get it. But I need a drink, y'all. Mrs. Green, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for joining us. We are talking about issues with the VA at the moment, but we've been talking about the our nonprofit. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff, mostly community building, um, and how we want to be a light in the darkness to help people. Just eating some voodoo chips and chilling. That sounds like a good time. Do you mind? This is my table, not your table, Miss Thing. Boo is moving the laptop around, you guys. So sorry if it's like shaky for a second. That's pretty good. Thank you for sharing the live, Mrs. Green. I appreciate you. We've got another hour to go. So if there's anything you want to bring up and talk about, please do. Jay is saying too much oxygen is dangerous. I had to figure it out on my own. Yeah, that's not a good thing, bud. Now, Miss Boo, stop moving my laptop. Please. Here comes Fang. Hi, Fang. Come here, buddy. Oh, you're soaked and wet, little one. This is Willow. Miss Willow just came running in from out of the storm and is completely soaked, which means that I am now completely soaked. Thank you, Miss Willow. I appreciate that. And it's a good thing you cannot see Miss Boo because Miss Boo is licking places that are inappropriate for on camera. I don't know what to do with these guys. They're out of control. Oh, she's a hoot. Hi, Cora. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you for joining us. But yeah, we've got an hour to go. So if you have a question, you have a story you want to share, please just let me know and we'll get to it. Um, but and they're knocking stuff down on me again. Jamie tried barbecue Doritos. They're pretty good. Interesting. I didn't even know they had barbecue burritos out. Doritos out. Sorry, burritos. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the finger hearts, Jamie. Hold on. She's got the entire laptop cattywampus. Miss Boo. Miss Boo. You are not. You cannot be there. You can't do that. Well, you should see the look I just got. Come here, my girl. There you go, Jamie. There's Miss Boo. She's a troublemaker, aren't you, Boo? Yeah. Jamie says, "Hi, Boo." Henry Lewis, welcome in. How are you? Glad to have you with us. So, um, yeah, I mean, again, I can't emphasize this enough. I am not the important person here. Okay. Why is she named Boo? Um, her and her brothers are Halloween babies. They were born around Halloween, so her name is Boo. Her one brother's name is Casper, and the orange and white cat that I just had up here, his name is Fang. But they were all named for Halloween. Interesting. Jamie says I claimed Boo when she was born. Yeah, Yeah, Jamie loves Boo. If she had her way, she would have Boo. Debbie Brown, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. That's like right across my eyes. So, if you don't mind, my shirt keeps. I have too much belly. My shirt struggles to stay on. Debbie says hello from Michigan. Well, hello. I'm in Pennsylvania. We have people in Missouri, Oklahoma, Florida, Minnesota, Canada. Sometimes we have a guy from Australia that pops in. We have people from Texas, California, Colorado. I can't forget Dave. Dave's in Colorado. So, yeah, we've got people from all over the United States in here. And we do have people from all around the world that's part of our community. We are very thankful to all of you. Um, we do have people who are interested in starting something like what we're doing in Canada, in Australia, and in the UK. So as we grow, we're going to start looking into getting an international trademark and doing that. All right, Mrs. Green, thank you. It was very nice to have you here. You have a wonderful day as well. We appreciate you. So, Patty Phillips, welcome in. Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, if you want to do something to help your veterans that are in your community, write a letter to your Congress people and tell them, say, hey, our VA needs reformed. It needs to do better. There needs to be a standard across all VAs across the country that they follow. So everything is the same. Just by sending that email or making that phone call, you can make a huge difference. I am B. Welcome in. How are you? But yeah, we have to be the change that we want to see, but we have to do it in the correct way. We don't want to be yelling and screaming and acting like a bunch of lunatics. That's not going to fix the problem. We need to be sane. We need to be methodical, right? We need to do it the right way. Yes, Javol, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Um, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I want, I believe that any veteran who signed on that dotted line should get free health care for the rest of their lives. No questions asked. Everything covered. I don't believe that's too much to ask. And I don't think it has to all be done at the VA. If they have a provider in their area, they should be able to go to that provider and get the care, and we should be paying for it. The taxpayers should be paying for it. Okay. Yeah, Jamie said we should get it anyway. And I agree with that. You know, I want you guys to be taken care of. Fresh Wax, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. So, um, again, we want to be the light in the darkness that brings people back to us. There is no reason that we should lose even a single veteran that comes home to self-deletion. None. If we civilians have to make that happen, then let's go. Let's step up, do the job that our government. Jay says we have the facilities. I've talked to the VA docs and nurses. It's the pay and the abuse they receive from frustrated vets. They have a huge problem keeping people. Docs have 300 patients or more. Yeah, Jay, I've heard that too. But uh, on average, VAs pay 20% less than what a doctor would make in private practice. That's the big problem as to why they can't keep people. Chrissy, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Um, and I understand why the veterans get frustrated. I do. You know, you go in there, and so many veterans are not being heard for what they're trying to say. Sir, where do you see a sir at? I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing, Chrissy? Um, I don't understand. The government overpays for every freaking thing else. They can't overpay for some doctors. Oh, I did it now. I had to drag the puzzle piece. I didn't touch my screen in too long. Sir Sasquatch. Thank you, Chrissy. So, um, yeah, if I don't touch the screen and do some things for so long, it thinks that I'm just sitting here and trying to collect time, and it'll shut my live off. So I have to put the puzzle piece into the place and all that stuff. So, AK-47, welcome in. How are you? But yeah, we need to be the voice for our veterans and for our current service members that need help. Um, Again, I don't understand why our government. Oh, thank you so much, Chrissy. Thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate you. For those of you on the other platforms, Chrissy just gave me the hat and mustache thing, and it's a cowboy hat, and well, it puts another mustache on me. But um, yeah, what we're doing is we're trying to be the voice and advocate for our veterans because once they get frustrated, that's when they end up having problems with the VA because the VA then wants to treat them like they're a hazard, and they're not a hazard. They're just frustrated. Have an amazing day. You too. Have an amazing day, Chrissy. Thank you so much again for being here. I appreciate you. I'm sure I'll see you later tonight running the streets. But um, yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand it. It does not compute to me where why we're not paying our doctors. And the other thing is, here's another reason. The other thing, they hire um, medics, people who are medics in the service. They hire them as nurses, and they don't have to go to training. I've heard that as well. Jay says now we have the thing where we can go out to the community to get care, and the VA pays for it, but the VA barely pays enough to them. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. Jimbo, welcome in. How are you? So, again, that's something that we need to advocate for. Um, as a 501(c)(3), we cannot lobby. We are not allowed to be have any kind of political affiliation, um, and we don't want to get a political affiliation. We want people from both sides of the aisle that are veterans to feel that they can come to us for help. Okay, but we need to voice our opinion, and we're allowed to do that anytime we want. And Jay says because of that, we end up getting subpar care, and I'm sorry for that, Jay. I am. That really upsets me. Uh, but we can be the change that we want to see, right? We can contact our Congress people. We can contract contact our state representatives, you know, and we can talk to them about changing things, about working for better health care. Katie said, I think that's, excuse me, this coffee needs to kick in. Jamie said, I think that's where the frustration comes in, though, the subpar care. Um, I think it's that, and I also think it's the bad communication that some of these VAs have. I've seen VAs who have gotten somebody so worked up that they're not trying to hurt anybody, but they end up yelling because they don't feel that they're being heard. And then the VA wants to punish them for it when they caused the situation. That's not right. So, um, but yeah, Brian, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Kimmy, Kimmy, welcome in. How are you? So, if you know a veteran that has to go to the VA, right? Offer to go along with them. Just to be support. A lot of veterans who go to the VA go there with so much anxiety that sometimes having that person there for support could make all the difference in the world. So if you're able to go with somebody, you know, offer. Don't push it on them. Say, hey, if you ever want somebody to go along with you for support, let me know. Okay. Something that simple might make their trip to the VA so much more pleasant. And again, let's emphasize some of the biggest scars that our veterans have are scars that you cannot see. Kristen, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you. But us can't hear because I'm in the gym. Okay, understood. Um, you know, we can advocate for them. We can help them get change made. Jamie says I go in early so I can get through the main anxiety before I go in. Yeah, and would it be easier, Jamie, for you, do you think, if you had somebody going with you that you trusted? Jay, would you, if you had somebody that you knew, you trusted, would taking them with you to the VA make your experience better? Do you think it would help with your anxiety? Honest question. I can't I can't answer that because I don't know. Each of you has to answer that question if it would be something that you would like. But I mean, maybe something we can set up. Jamie said, "Yes, I do. I had my dad go with me once, and he helped immensely." Um, Jamie, can you send something to the Discord? Say, "Hey, Chris, look into the VA helpers, please." Can you send that to the Discord for me so I don't forget? Yoda, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, but yeah, we will work on setting up a buddy for you, and try to find people who will go with you if you want them to. That's something we can definitely work on. I have the connections to different places. So I'm sure we can get that set up. Um, Jay says I don't mind going, but I know many that could use a friend. All right. We'll work on that, you guys. Um, my promise to you, to the veterans here, is I want to help make your lives better in some way and form. Okay. And hopefully I'm doing a good job of that so far. Um, but I know that we can always do better. So, um, any suggestions that anyone has, please let us know, and we will work things out and make it happen. I will, you know, we will make it happen. I promise you that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm cutting my head off here because of that cat. But I want what's best for you. Thank you for sharing, Kristen. Really? Now you're gonna start moving it. What the heck? Where's the there it is. Okay. I saw. Thank you, Jamie. Um, again, if you want to join us on the Discord, I'm pretty sure there's a link for the Discord in the description here. You can go to my profile. You can hold down on it. It should copy, and then you can use that to get in. Um, there's so much stuff on. Hold on one second. Kristen's daughter's at a volleyball. Kristen's at her daughter's volleyball match, so I was making sure that I told them good luck because she can't hear us in the gym. Jason gave me an idea, an Uber for vet appointments. Be there the whole time, drive them there, then wait for them and drive them home. That would be great, Jay. Um, let me come up with some ideas. Um, I know someone who can help us make an app for that. So we can actually make like an actual veteran Uber app that people can get a hold of us and do that. They can drive them. They can stay the entire time and then drive them home. And we, as an organization, can fund it, right? Um, hopefully, hope that's something that we can work towards. Um, I will look into some grants for that as well. But I really like that idea, Jay. Thank you. Um, you know, some of the best ideas come from these conversations that we have, and I am so grateful that so many of you take the time to be here and actually talk things through with us, help us to figure things out. Um, there are so many needs that some of our veterans have, and we need to find ways to make that happen for all of them. Okay. Welcome in to those who just came in. All right. Didn't catch your name, but welcome. Thank you for being here. Jay said it would be expensive. Um, I'll look into it and see. But if I can find something to fund it, you know, I'm gonna go through grants later tonight, I think, and see if I can find some grants that might be able to help with that. I need to do some grants for us anyway. Jamie says I'm going to head out. I've got a headache starting, and I'm in my feelings. All right, Jamie. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Be safe, and I hope your headache goes away. G, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Um, but I will definitely look into the logistics and what we need to do to make that happen. So, does anybody have any questions for me? Music Star, did you come in, or is that just Dawn? Welcome in. So, blurb comment real quick. Jake, funny. Oh my. So we've been talking about um, on Rumble. We can actually make some money on there with if people come and watch the show over there, comment, like, all that stuff. Um, and they're offering for me to become a partner in their creator program. So I'm going to be signing up for that. And then we get ad revenue. So for every ad that you watch on there, we get ad revenue. Or if you pay for a premium subscription, we get part of that as well. Um, so I'm not going to push over there right now. Um, I just want to put it out there that if you go there and follow us and you uh, like and comment, that helps us immensely, and it helps us fund some of the stuff that we're doing. But we appreciate all of you. So, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to end over here on TikTok because yeah, it's not showing anybody in here. But I will be around later to hang out with people. But I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And I will talk with you soon. Have a great day. We got 10 new fans. All right. So now you guys got me my full attention. So thank you for your patience while we're trying to build the community on both sides there. And I really want to emphasize again the community. That's what we're working towards here. Um, more great people we get into our community, the better our community is going to get. The more trusted people we're going to have, and the better experience everybody's going to have. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted to spend some time with you guys over here and just chit chat, see what's going on with you for a little bit. Can you please stop moving it? My goodness. So, what's been going on with everybody? Y'all being safe? Y'all taking care of yourselves? Anything? Oh my. So, what do you think about some of the ideas that we've had come up? Do y'all think? Sorry. Oh my goodness. Um, anybody there? I'm not getting comments. Let me try and. No, nobody's talking. All right. Um. Well, hopefully, hopefully we've come up with some good ideas that you like. Hopefully, we can implement some of them, and we'll work on. Hi, Ruth. Um. So I know that you had said that you might be interested in doing something like what we're doing here in Canada. Um, Andy has said something about possibly starting something in Australia. And we have a new person that I met today from the UK who is interested in what we do. So I am going to try to come up with an outline of things. Um, we're still working on standard operating procedures, but yeah, we'll get them all down. Um, so if that is something that anybody is truly interested in doing, um, the only thing I ask is that we hold. everything has to be held to the same standard. So, that's the only thing I ask. Um, and as long as we have good standards in place here, I think that should be easily done around. Hey, I don't blame you, Jay. It's nice out. So, Ruth says I'd like to help where I can. I was appalled today hearing about what Britain did to its army. Um, I was talking to a lady today who's the wife of a veteran from Britain, and she said that they made him redundant, gave him 2 weeks to figure out what he was doing, and he was in Germany at the time. So he had 2 weeks to pack everything up and get everything set up. Um, from what I understand, they are not giving him any kind of health care to cover the problems that he has, and it just blows my mind. Why do these governments expect people to go to do what they're asking, but then when they come home and need the help, they don't wanna give it to them without causing them a bunch of problems? I don't understand it. So, but again, if you need somebody to advocate for you with VA and you trust me, um, put me on your HIPAA thing. Tell them that I can talk for you, and yeah, let's go to bat. I will um, I will call and do what I can to try and get you the help that you need when you need it, if that makes sense to you. Britain is a few years ahead of us. We better pay attention. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It looks like a lot of Britons are starting to wake up, though, bud. Have you noticed? They've had enough, and they're starting to. Bruce said, even after 25 years, my friend didn't have that much aftercare either. He had a pension, but that was it. Yeah, that's not good enough for me. Our veterans, especially, they all deserve to be taken care of after what they do. So, um, yeah, again, tomorrow night we will be auctioning law, or we'll be giving away the poster. All you have to do to win it is get come in, leave a comment during the fireside chat on any of the platforms. It can be TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, X, or Locals. If you come into any of them and just say hi, tell me to F off, I don't care. Just come in and say something. And I will write your name down and you will be entered to win that. Um, what are you doing? trying to take everything out. Well, I hope that they can fix it, Jay. I really do. But if they don't, I guess it'll be up to us again. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe we just leave them to their own devices, and it's hard. I know a lot of great people that live over there, and sadly, too many of them just want to keep their head down and not stand out. So, well, tell you what, I'm gonna hop off here. I want to go get a head start on some of that stuff we talked about, and seeing if I can get something implemented here soon. Ruth isn't going to the trailer this weekend, so she'll be around tomorrow night. Sounds good. I don't blame you, Jay. I hope we don't have to do it again. But yeah, I think they've been pretty well conquered already. They conquered themselves. So, but we can help with movies tonight. Sounds good, bud. I'll let you pick out what you want to play then. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and look some stuff up, and see, like, if we have somebody, if we're sponsoring somebody to help as a um go along with people to the VA. I want to see if we have to insure them and stuff like that. Okay, Ruth, that's understandable. So we want that to go well for you. Ruth said starting a new job in October, so I don't know how much I'll be online a bit after that. We'll be here. But as always, I appreciate you all. I love you all, and I am so thankful that you are in the community and helping us to build a good community. Please keep checking up on each other. Make sure that you're we're making sure that everybody's doing okay, or as okay as we get. And yeah, I'll see you on Discord or somewhere else. But I appreciate you. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. We're out, y'all. Thanks again.